Good afternoon, everyone. I appreciate to have such opportunities to share with you today. In these presentations, we are focusing on the problem of child abuse. How do you feel when you see these pictures? Scary and helpless? The photo shows a boy who just got physical abuse from his parents. But it happens every day in different countries. Hopefully, you can get more ideas in these pictures after this presentation. So I would like to divide these presentations into 4 parts. The first one is a brief introduction. Secondly, I will start to analyze the problems and effects of children's abuse. Then, propose measures to combat such abuse. And finally, I will summarize the presentations by the conclusion. First of all, child abuse commonly occurs nowadays. It is easy to happen among high social risk families, such as low education levels and violence experience in the past. Child abuse mainly exemplifies through physical violence on children. We are focusing on the effects of such abuse on children's mental health. It makes children lack confidence and lower self-esteem. Given this, we will present such results and related strategies to combat such abuse. Next, I'd like to analyze the effects of harming children. Parents being harmful causes mental disorders in children under abuse. Have you ever seen children having difficulties to focus on class activities, constantly feeling worried and fearful? If it happens to adults, they may have child abusive experiences in their pastime. Recent research from Europe has focused on children with physical abuse having mental disorder symptoms when they grow. In outcomes on adulthood, they could be reliant on alcohol and suicidal behavior. The research goes on to emphasize that early interventions is necessary for these children to overcome the challenge of mental disorder symptoms. So to sum up, children get mental disorders when maltreated by their parents. Now, let's move on to the solutions. Regarding the solution to maltreated children, home visits could reduce children abuse among social risk families. A paper article in Prevention Science says home visits programs inspire high-risk mothers to deliver more support for their children's mental development. Nevertheless, it is unacceptable in some cultures, such as Asian societies, that don't accept home visiting or healing interventions. It could interfere with their life and disclose the weakness of the family, which is losing their faith. Social workers could perform the home visit in a culturally acceptable way, which reduces its harmful effects. In my experience, I've used one day to work with social workers to perform home visits. We gave them masks and sanitizing items due to COVID-19 situations. Since it is beneficial at that time, they show their appreciation. Let us get into their home and do an intervention. At the same time, telephone or online consultations are the better way to connect with high-risk families and make it possible. Secondly, universities can implement this idea by reducing study load to enable students to give service learning modules and adopt group projects rather than taking examinations. It allows students to get more time to support high social risk families. So to recap, home visits brings abusive families to get back to normal life. At the same time, we need to be aware of the social acceptance of such ways. That brings me to the end of my presentation. To sum up, parents hitting their children creates mental disorders in their children. It can be argued that different interventions methods help with awful parents' violence problems. It is hoped that being harmful to children will be reduced so that children will grow and study in safe and lovely environments. Here is the reference list. You can check it out. And this is the end of our presentations. Thank you for listening.